The once vibrant streets of Leipzig were now peppered with swastikas, a grim reminder of rising hatred. Eddie, a sprightly lad of 13 with a penchant for mischief, was no longer welcomed in the classroom he'd once dominated with his playful antics and cheeky grins. School, once a sanctuary of learning and laughter, had transformed into a hostile territory simply because Eddie was a Jew. One blustery November night, known infamously as Kristallnacht, the city was engulfed in chaos as mobs shattered windows and set synagogues aflame. Eddie, wide-eyed and shaking, found himself crouched behind a modest bush, watching helplessly as flames devoured his childhood home. The crackling fire was a symphony of terror, the smoke a whisper of doom. Inside Eddie's head, his thoughts were a tumultuous storm. I was no longer German. I was just a Jew, echoed his internal monologue, a realization as burning as the flames before him. The realization was almost worse than the loss of his home. It was the loss of identity, of belonging. But Eddie had no time to dwell. Things only got darker. In an upheaval of cruel irony, after a childhood spent being called a troublemaker, he was now prey to the real troublemakers. They came in uniforms, rigid and unfeeling, and he was torn from the grasp of his parents, the only haven left. Buchenwald, a name new yet etched deeply into Eddie's mind, was where he was taken. Separated from his parents, Eddie tried to hold onto memories of father's stories and mother's lullabies, each distant memory a fortress against the despair. Living in a world that treated him as though he were a stain on society, Eddie's mischievous spirit clung on, a glimmer of defiance in the shadows of such unabating darkness. His journey was just beginning, amidst barbed wire and watchful eyes, where survival became his newfound curriculum.